It's building its own generative AI tools, including an internal chatbot that some engineers call AppleGPT.
Apple is going all in on LLMs, or large language models.
AppleGPT may be further along than we thought. The company's chatbot reportedly helps its employees work, and AppleGPT may be considering using it to help with customer support. While the likes of Google, Microsoft, and others have been leaping headfirst into the generative AI business, Apple has been taking a more measured approach. While the company isn't racing to release its own AI tools to the public, AppleGPT is happening, and it may be further along than we realize. Apple is reportedly testing its ChatGPT rival generative AI-based offering amongst its employees. The iPhone maker is pushing to prepare its AI offering by next year, while an internal ChatGPT-like service is already available for its employees. The tech giant has created a chatbot that some engineers are internally referring to as AppleGPT. Apple has yet to determine a strategy for releasing the technology to consumers, but reportedly targets to make a significant AI-related announcement next year. The reporter says Apple has built its own framework, codenamed Ajax, to create large language models, which are AI-based systems that power offerings like OpenAI's ChatGPT and Google's Bard. According to sources, Ajax runs on Google Cloud and was built with Google Jax, the search giant's machine learning framework. Apple is leveraging Ajax to create large language models and serve as the foundation for internal ChatGPT-style tool. Apple did not instantly reply to the request for comment. The internal rollout of the chatbot was halted for a while due to security concerns about generative AI, but has since been made more available to more Apple employees. Although more employees are getting access to the chatbot, it requires special approval for access. Bloomberg reports that any output from the chatbot can't be used to develop features bound for customers. Apple employees are using the chatbot to help with product prototyping. The chatbot can be used to summarize text and answer questions based on data it had been trained with. The company's chatbot is similar to Bard, ChatGPT, and Bing AI, as it doesn't feature any additional features that separate it from what's currently commercially available. The report comes as Apple has been on the hunt for generative AI talent. The company has posted a handful of job postings on its career page, seeking experts in generative AI. It's looking for engineers with a robust understanding of large language models and generative AI. Even while Apple hasn't decided what it plans to do with its AppleGPT chatbot project on the customer-facing side, Gurman's article provided some insight into at least its internal chatbot uses. The newsletter claims that Apple is exploring methods to increase the use of generative AI throughout its business, with one idea being to provide technology to its AppleCare support employees to help customers more effectively resolve problems. That won't necessarily happen anytime soon, as the chatbot's tendency to get things wrong is well known to Apple and its CEO, Tim Cook, who noted in a May earnings call that there are several issues that need to be sorted when it comes to AI. In a way, you can understand Apple's stance here. Even if you ignore its history of taking time to explore new product lines, generative AI has been controversial. Whether it's because bots are prone to mistakes, potential issues with copyright infringement, or the general fears of letting AI development continue unregulated. But, as it turns out, a reluctance to release AI products to the public doesn't mean Apple is ignoring the trend altogether, just that it's keeping all the work inside the company and for the benefit of its employees, or so it seems right now. However, sources have previously told Gurman that Apple could have a significant AI-related announcement sometime next year. WWDC is the most likely forum for such an announcement, given its status as a software and developer-focused show, but that still hinges on Apple having something satisfactory to talk about publicly. Of course, there's more to AI research than chatbots and generative AI. Machine learning has been employed on Apple devices for quite some time. Apple recently announced AI will be employed to improve and personalize autocorrect in iOS 17, while search and photos have benefited from AI enhancements over the years. Similarly, the iPhone 15 is said to involve aggressive use of AI. Maybe you won't be able to ask Siri to write all your emails for you anytime soon, but at least Apple is still involved in the AI race, looking to make those tools genuinely useful. Just don't expect them actually to talk much about it. There are a few places where the new Apple generative AI might be utilized to enhance the current goods, albeit it is not yet apparent what it will be used for. Apple, for example, might use generative AI to make Siri's speech assistant more controversial and capable of handling more difficult jobs. According to a Bloomberg story, Siri might soon be able to write emails on users' behalf using only voice commands. Similarly, Apple could also use generative AI to help its AppleCare support staff better assist the customers. However, Apple is more cautious about generative AI and large language models from its Silicon Valley competitors, and CEO Tim Cook has called for broader regulation around AI. Earlier this week, it was revealed that Apple is working on its AI offering that could challenge the likes of OpenAI and Google, and it is being called by some inside the company as AppleGPT. The AI tool is expected to be based on a new framework called Ajax, built on top of Google Jax, the search giant's machine learning framework. Apple's systems run on Google Cloud, which the company uses to power cloud services alongside its own infrastructure, and Amazon.com Incorporated's AWS. As Gurman notes, Apple will move ahead with its AI plans much more deliberately than we've seen with Google, Microsoft, or many others that can't get generative AI into their products fast enough. Still, Apple's sources reportedly told Bloomberg last week that the company will have a significant AI-related announcement next year. Companies like Apple and Samsung have reportedly instructed their employees not to use chatbots because of the potential for leaked information, and their hallucinations that produce false information can be devastating, like it was for a lawyer who used ChatGPT to create a brief that was full of totally fabricated cases. But Apple still needs to respond to move in the AI space from other companies. Meta recently announced that Microsoft's Azure platform will adopt Meta's sort of open LLM Llama 2, while Samsung continues to find ways to incorporate AI into its own devices. Apple has avoided the hype train so far, even as it constantly adds more machine learning features to its devices. Still, its 2018 hiring of former Google AI head John Giandrea to head up the company's machine learning efforts indicates it's serious about wading into the uncertain waters of generative AI, even if it's been mostly quiet about it. Apple has been quiet on the AI front as businesses like Google, Microsoft, and Meta rush quickly to introduce generative AI products to the public. Despite years of releasing AI capabilities across its products and apps, the tech giant is now attempting to keep up with customer demand for generative AI tools that can support activities like generating essays and photos. The report says Apple is focused on addressing potential privacy concerns related to the artificial intelligence. Apple CEO Tim Cook has said that although the tech giant would add AI to more of its offerings, it would do so on a thoughtful basis. All that is to say that even though Apple is working on and playing with ChatGPT-like AI tools within the company, there are some major barriers to bringing those tools to Apple products, and it's still unclear how, or even if, Apple will try to break through those obstacles. What are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments section below. If you liked today's video, then make sure to leave us a thumbs up, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon to be always updated with the latest AI content.